Hi everybody, hello to Greece, hello Athens, hello everybody else. This is Imperial Age, we come from Russia, Moscow. We play symphonic metal in the vein of Nightwish, Therion, Atlantis, Manowar, and this is the band here. This is Belf here, he plays the bass. This is Max, he plays drums. This is Jane, she sings and she plays the keyboards. This is Anna, she sings. And over there is Paul Vredis, he plays the fucking guitar.
And in the center you can see our leader, composer, the head, the brain and the other stuff of the band.
Organs.
Yeah, organs, Alexander.
Okay, cheers, it's nice to meet you guys. We're very happy to be here in Athens today. It's our 20-something, maybe 27th or 28th, I don't remember, show on tour. We have 57 shows together with Therion, 32nd show with Therion on this tour, and it's around 25 more to go. And it's really fantastic to be here in Athens to drink Greek beer. Last time I've been to Greece, it was around 20 years ago, I think. I was a child and we were here with my parents. I don't remember a lot, but today we visited the Parthenon and the Acropolis and it was really fantastic. It's nice to be here again and it's fantastic to be finally in warm weather in March.
The band was founded by Alexandra and me together in 2012 when we decided to make something new. We had a band before, but it was not so successful because of certain reasons. And in 2012 we decided to make a new project with total new ideas. So Imperial Age had a exact idea. We tell the story about ancient civilizations, about magic, if you can say so, and about other mystical, yes, and supernatural maybe things.
I would say that for me, the main influences are the main symphonic metal bands, which are of course Nightwish, Therion, or Rhapsody. I'm lucky to know most of these bands personally, actually, and also other heavy metal bands such as Manowar, Atlantis, and all these. I've mentioned them before. Also the classical music tradition, the folk music tradition, but I think that the main idea is to, as Newton said, we should stand on the shoulders of the giants, but we should reach to our own stars. So it's good to be influenced by someone, it's good to have a foundation, but then you have to produce something which belongs only to you. You have to find your own style.
Alexandra has already mentioned a lot of my favorite bands, I can also add maybe Dimmu Borgir and him to that list.
I would sign to that as well.
Concerning composing, I made just a small addition to our last album, and I don't think that I had any influences in this because my composing process it happened occasionally. I had no aim to compose something.
I think she saw it from the side, so it's better if you tell it.
I don't remember the whole story, but I remember that it was really long process, like half a year or
1.5 years.
something like that. Yeah, we were choosing different names, and no. And finally, when Alexandra had this name of Imperial Age, I said that yes, this is it, because I know that his point of view on all things in the world is like imperial.
Veni vidi vici. Now, because we can play metal. I was going to say that. But actually, the thing is that there are findings of very, very strange handcrafted objects in Mesozoic. It's just that official media don't tell about them. But if you Google, you'll find tons of them. For me, I would agree with him. For me, the favorite time is now. Because now we can have Imperial Age, now we can play metal, now we can have symphonic metal. 100 fucking years ago, it wasn't possible, you know? 100 years ago, the world was fighting each other like small kids, and we couldn't play heavy metal. Now we can. So I like what's going on right now.
I think it's because of our local mentality. There are, actually there are a lot of really good bands in Russia, but most of them are very local. They are singing on only on Russian language, and playing only inside Russia or sometimes in Ukraine or Belarus, and that's all. And most people in Russia want to listen to music only in Russian language, just because they don't understand any other lyrics. And there are actually not so many bands who write lyrics in English and have some possible chance to play abroad. So I think that's it.
My plan is to get myself a month, which is impossible, but I will try to do this, and then I'm gonna sit on the fucking chair, look in one fucking spot, and do fucking nothing. Because the last year has been so stressful for us. All the beer on tour cannot compensate this. And the only thing I'm thinking of after the trip is just to have some fucking relaxation and some fucking rest. Because it was a year of total stress, extremely hard work. We had very little terms, very small periods of time to do things. The new album was basically recorded over the period of 2-3 months, yeah? And the only thing I'm thinking of is just doing nothing, because I've been doing so many things. Belf knows that. Once he came to my house before the tour, and he was like, after a few hours we just went outside to have a beer, and he was like going like, man, how can you live this? Because it was like constant on the phone, things happening there, in the computer, everybody comes in and out, and it's a fucking nightmare.
On every morning, your expresses the song of holy water.
The most awkward situation that has happened to us on this tour.
It was 4 hours waiting for the bus in London, in the street,
Yeah,
in
I
the
agree.
fucking cold.
I agree, yeah. Cold and rain, and me and Maxim Andreevich, we had to piss on the trailer. Well, not on the trailer, but next to the trailer. In the fucking center of London.
And we were dancing.
County of
We were
Islands.
dancing to make it work because it was impossible.
We have only my one phone. In my one phone have one melody. It's a melody from X-Files. We're dancing from a melody from X-Files 2 hours.
There are myths about Atlantis, and there are, I would say, evidence about Atlantis. When I'm talking about myths about Atlantis, I'm talking most of all about Plato, the Greek philosopher, who started here the whole idea of Atlantis in the modern world. But if we look at Atlantis as how he and the other authors described it, we can see that we have a description of a prehistoric civilization which was more advanced technologically than even what we have now. So if we look at that from that point of view, then we can start noticing evidence all around the globe. And by that I mean objects which cannot be reproduced even with the technology that we have today. For example, you have a naked camera, and that's a high-tech device. But try building a pyramid, like in Egypt. Some Japanese technological enthusiasts, they tried, and they couldn't build even a small pyramid, a few meters high, without having big gaps between the stones. So if you go, for example, to the granite temple of Giza, and if you go to the Great Pyramids, you cannot even put a $1 banknote in between these granite blocks. Some of them are the size of this part here. So, and that's the most famous thing. And if you look around the world, you find a lot of megalithic structures which cannot be built with today's technology. So that's the evidence part. So answering the question finally, is that I think that Atlantis was not located anywhere. It was a global civilization. It was a civilization which united the whole planet. One country, one language, and it had colonies in different star systems. It was a civilization which was developed higher than what we have today, and that's the reason why they built on this. That's actually what we're thinking about. Maybe it's going to be Legacy of Atlantis Part 2 because the story ain't over. A quote from Atlantis. And maybe it will be, I just had this idea, maybe it will be something about the magical legends of the pirates and of the naval community. I'm not sure yet, I don't know.
I hate bad people.
Я ненавижу тупость. Stupid people. Thank you.
Stupidity. I agree with you.
Loud noises.
Heavy metal.
Killing animals.
Doing nothing.
I learned in musical school for the piano 7 years.
I have not musical education.
I have no musical education.
No education for me too.
Okay, 7 years musical school for the piano, 2 years in guitar, 1 year in violin, 4 years in musical college, and now I'm in the third year in
Educated person.
Institute of Musical Art. Is a director of musical theater.
Have no education, just self-study.